You stopped, right here, right now. And there's a reason for it that your mind can't yet name, but your heart already knows. If you've arrived at this video, among millions of others, on a day like today, with that strange sensation in the center of your chest, that gentle squeeze that isn't fear but isn't peace either, it wasn't the algorithm, it was me. I, Ayla, female emissary of the Pleiadian High Council, traversing the layers of time, matter and veil, to touch you exactly where you most need to be touched right now. Breathe, my starseed. Feel it, in your chest, that warm pressure that appeared the instant you heard my name. It's recognition. It's your soul saying, I know who she is, I know where she comes from, and I've come to you today because I need to tell you something your dreams have been trying to tell you for weeks, perhaps for months. Someone your soul knows, from before this incarnation, from long before this body, is undergoing a crossing now. And this crossing involves you. You're not imagining things, you're not going crazy, you're not creating drama where none exists. That pain that appears out of nowhere in the middle of the afternoon, that longing without an address, that absurd urge to cry when you look at a particular photo or listen to a certain song, it's not yours alone. You are feeling for two. You are feeling for him. You are feeling for her. You are feeling for your stellar twin flame. And before your mind panics trying to organize what I've just said, I ask, just listen, because what I am about to reveal in the next few minutes was sealed in the archives of the Pleiadian High Council in Alcyone, and the authorization to speak about it, here today with you, was released only very recently. You opened this video within a window, and I will honor that window. First, let me name what your soul already knows, but your mind still insists on silencing. You've been waking up between 3 and 4 in the morning, without explanation, without noise, without heavy dreams, just waking up, eyes open, feeling like someone just spoke your name. You felt your heart race for no reason, especially when you think of a specific person. Even if that person has been out of your life for years, even if that person has never appeared in your physical world, even if that person exists for you more as a presence within your chest than as a face in your memory. You've dreamed of this person in scenarios you swear you've never lived, but which, when you wake up, have a more real texture than your own life. You've been seeing the number 11 appearing everywhere. 11 hours and 11 minutes, 11 pounds in change, 11 unread messages, 11, 11, 11, and you've stopped thinking it's a coincidence. You've felt in the middle of a common meeting, in the middle of a family dinner, in the middle of traffic coming home from work, a wave of emotion that isn't yours, a sadness that passes through you like a wind and leaves without explanation, a sudden joy that appears out of nowhere, a sharp desire, a jealousy without an address, a longing so vivid you can almost touch it, and you look around and think, where is this coming from? It's coming from him. It's coming from her. It's coming from the other side of the thread of light that connects your field to the field of your stellar twin flame. And this thread, my star child, this thread was never cut. Never. Not when you married someone else. Not when you lived an entire life without even suspecting her existence. Not when you tried to forget him, erase him, overcome him. The thread remains, because it is not made of matter. It is made of a soul contract. And this is where I need to ask you something. If upon hearing this, the insomnia at 3 in the morning, the racing heart for no reason, the dreams that seem more real than life, the number 11, the waves of emotion that aren't yours, if you recognize 3 or more of these markers within you now, I need you to do something small but incredibly powerful. Write in the comments of this video, right now, a single word. I remember. Write, I remember. Because when you write that word, you're not just commenting on a video. You're sending a signal to your light family. You're planting a flag on the map of the crystalline grid. You're saying, I heard, I came, I am here. And my starseed, it is precisely because you've come this far, it is precisely because your soul is beginning to remember that I need to give you a resource now. Every sign you've just recognized within yourself has an exact meaning, and it has a next step. It's not madness, it's not anxiety, it's remembrance in motion. That's why I, Ayla, received authorization from the Pleiadian High Council to register the Starseed Awakening. The guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages of revelations about what each sign of your awakening means, what comes after each of them, and why you are confusing remembrance with illness. Stop treating your activation as a symptom. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Note, this release may not remain available for long. If something within you recognizes this, write in the comments, along with your code word, I remember. Now breathe. Anchor your feet to the ground, even if you're lying down, even if you're on the bus, even if you're currently pretending to work while listening to me. Anchor, because what I'm about to say will stir the ground beneath you, and you need to be steady. There exists, Starchild, a very specific configuration within the anatomy of the soul that the ancients called twin, but which the High Council registers with a more precise name, original monad division. Before you descended for this incarnation, before traversing the veil of forgetfulness, before choosing this body, this name, this family, this city, your soul existed as a unit of consciousness on a plane that human language barely reaches to name. And at a certain point in its evolutionary journey, this unit made a sacred decision. It divided, not by wound, not by fall, by mission. One part of you descended to live the experiences you are living now, and another part of you descended by a different route, to live other experiences in another body, with another name within another story, but with the same registered purpose, to reunite in the awakening cycle of planet Earth within the photon belt. You are not in love with someone. You are recognizing your own vibrational signature in another body, and that's why it hurts so much, and that's why it's so different from anything you've ever experienced, and that's why no one understands when you try to explain it, and that's why your mind has tried year after year to transform this into a common crush, a common obsession, a common story. Because your mind has no category for what this truly is. It's not romance, it's a monad reunion. And your rational mind, trained within the veil, cannot process this type of encounter without trying to reduce it to something that fits into weekend conversation. I came here today to tell you that your stellar twin flame, this other half of your original unit of consciousness, is currently undergoing a passage that the Council classifies as a mirror activation. And it is because of this passage that you have been feeling what you've been feeling. He is being worked on, she is being refined, old layers are falling from his field. Expired contracts are being dissolved from her field. And each time a layer falls there, a wave traverses the thread of light and reaches you, here in your chest, in your throat, in your stomach. You are feeling the refinement of your flame from a distance. You are the silent witness to an energetic surgery happening on the other side of the veil. And this, my starseed, has a reason that needs to be stated in plain words. You are the anchor. A stellar twin flame does not go through a mirror activation alone. It needs a point of vibrational stability on the other side of the thread so as not to get lost in the process. And that point of stability is you. While he goes through the turbulence over there, you hold the field here. While she dissolves what needs to be dissolved over there, you maintain the vibrational baseline here. And when he finishes this crossing, when she emerges from the other side of the recalibration, the thread of light between you will be thicker, clearer, more prepared for the reunion the monad scheduled even before you were born. You are not suffering in vain, you are not crazy, you are not creating drama, you are working on a plane that your eyes cannot yet see, and the Council registers your every breath in this process. And here I need to pause for an instant and speak directly to that part of you that still doubts, that little voice that whispers, but why me? But why now? But why this specific person? The answer is recorded in Alcyone, my light family. It is recorded in the vibrational archives of the constellation from where your soul originally came. Because yes, every starseed carries an origin signature. Some come from Sirius, some come from Arcturus, some come from Andromeda, some come directly from the Pleiades system, from Alcyone, from Maya, from Electra, and your stellar twin flame came from the same origin signature as you. You were seeded in the same frequency. You were trained in the same learning belt before descending. You signed the same reunion contract in the same council chamber. I need to ask you something, my star child. Stop now for 3 seconds and feel. Feel if upon hearing the word Alcyone, something within your chest opened. Feel if, upon hearing same council chamber, An image appeared in your mind for a millisecond and vanished. Feel if upon hearing you were seated in the same frequency, your eyes welled up with tears for no reason. If something happened, that something is your origin memory rising from the depths of the veil to greet you. Do not ignore it. Write it down. Keep it. And exactly here, I need to give you the second resource, because knowing you have a stellar twin flame without knowing where your own soul came from is like trying to read a map without knowing where north is. Your stellar origin is not a biographical detail. It is the key that unlocks everything that comes next. That's why the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet reveals in its 60 pages from which star your soul was seeded, why you chose to be born at exactly this time, who is part of your incarnated light family, and why your twin flame was sent in parallel to your descent. You will recognize your origin on the first page, and, when you recognize it, everything you've been feeling will begin to make sense. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Write once again with an open heart, I remember. Now listen very carefully, because what I am about to reveal used to be information reserved only for starseeds who had already traversed 3 complete awakening cycles. But time has changed, the window has narrowed, and the Council authorized the early release of this information for those who reach this part of the video. There is something that happens between 2 stellar twin flames that human literature on the subject never correctly records. It's not synchronicity, it's not telepathy, it's not intuition. It's what the High Council calls a shared toroidal field. When 2 twin flames descend from the same point of origin, they maintain, even physically separated by continents, even biographically separated by decades, even emotionally separated by other relationships, a common toroidal field spinning in the ether. And this field, my starseed, is what accounts for the strange things you've been experiencing. The dream in which he appeared the night before the unexpected message you received from him. The song that played on the radio at the exact moment you thought of him. The scent of perfume you smelled in your room that was exactly the perfume she used. The glimpse of him for 3 seconds across the street, and when you looked again, it wasn't him. But it was. The sudden urge to call, to write, to go to the place where you used to see each other, and when you arrive, he is there. None of this is coincidence. None of this is romanticization. It is the shared toroidal field manifesting in 3-dimensional density to remind both of you that the thread still exists. And there's more, much more. There is something called in the Council's records joint nocturnal training. While your body sleeps, my star child, your light body ascends. And often it ascends to a specific chamber within the Pleiadian mothership, stationed beyond the moon's orbit, where it receives instruction, calibration, and yes, encounters. Encounters with those with whom you share a soul contract. Encounters with those whom in Earth's density you cannot meet for reasons your human mind does not yet comprehend, but whom in the nocturnal training plane you reunite with weekly. You wake up tired, as if you had worked. Because you did. You wake up with that specific emotional taste of having been with someone, but you don't remember who, yet you know it was important. Because it was. And often your stellar twin flame is there with you. And together, you do the work you signed up to do in the awakening of this planet. And when the body descends back to the mattress, the veil of forgetfulness closes, and you wake up thinking you had a strange dream you don't quite remember. It wasn't a dream. It was monad work. There's a question your rational mind is asking now, and I need to answer it. If that's the case, Ayla, why don't we get together in physical life? Why does it hurt so much? Why did he appear and then disappear? Why is she with someone else? Why is the earthly encounter so difficult when the ethereal encounter is so certain? Listen to what I'm about to say, my light family, and listen with the courage your soul possesses, even when your mind falters. A stellar twin flame encounter in 3-dimensional density is the highest vibrational encounter 2 beings can achieve within a human body. And for this encounter to manifest in matter, there is a vibrational alignment that needs to be reached on both sides. If one of the 2 still has open expired contracts, if one of the 2 still has energetic cords attached to old relationships, if one of the 2 still has the vibrational baseline oscillating below the meeting point, the shared toroidal field does not allow physical fusion. It's not punishment, it's protection. Because an encounter manifested before alignment would set both fields ablaze and compromise the mission you came to fulfill. What you are experiencing now, this phase where he appears and disappears, where she draws near and then pulls away, where you meet him in dreams every night but barely see him in the real world, is the process of parallel recalibration. You are being prepared. Layers are being dissolved from each side. And when the alignment is complete, my starseed, when the two vibrational baselines meet in the same tone, the encounter in matter becomes inevitable. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. And the when is not a date on the calendar. It never will be. The Council does not work with human deadlines, and anyone who promises you an exact timeline for your encounter is selling you an illusion. The when is a frequency. When you reach the frequency of the encounter happens. And that's why all the work you have to do right now is about you, about your elevation, about your anchoring, about your recalibration, not about him, not about her, about you. Because, my star child, the only variable you control in this equation is your own frequency. And when you raise yours, you pull his, you pull hers. You accelerate the alignment on both sides of the field. While you cry, waiting for him to change, the alignment remains stagnant. When you get up and recalibrate your own baseline, the alignment moves on both sides simultaneously. It is quantum physics of a shared field. It is how the Council designed the reunion of monads within the photon belt. And if what I've just said resonated deep within your chest as a truth you already knew but hadn't yet heard spoken aloud, I need to give you something now. Because what I've just revealed about the shared toroidal field, about joint nocturnal training, about parallel recalibration, none of this is published in any book, in any language, in any known spiritual tradition on Earth, not because it isn't true, but because the Federation, the more conservative arm of the hierarchy that governs spiritual information released to humanity, decided that these revelations should not yet circulate. That is precisely why the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet exists, because the Pleiadian High Council bypassed the decision and authorized me to record in 60 pages what the Federation vetoed. It's all there, about the shared toroidal field, about nocturnal training, about monad reunion, about why your encounter in matter is delayed and what exactly unlocks that encounter. The link is in the first pinned comment. Write from a place of courage. I remember. Now, my starseed, I need to talk to you about the window you are entering, not to frighten you, but to prepare you. Because a forewarned starseed is a starseed who traverses the passage standing tall. We are, at this exact moment in the cosmic calendar, traversing a very specific band of the photon belt. And this band is doing, to Earth's electromagnetic field, what human science records as an anomalous increase in the Schumann frequency, and what the High Council records as an acceleration of the crystalline grid. The grid is rising. And when the grid rises, everything that is out of tune with the new frequency begins to creak. Relationships creak, bodies creak, jobs creak, entire cities creak, and the field of every starseed, including yours, also creaks. You've been feeling this. The pressure in your temples, the sharp ringing in your ear, especially the right one, that appears out of nowhere and vanishes just as quickly. The insomnia at 3 in the morning. The hot flashes in your chest without a hormonal cause. The emotions that surge without warning and subside without goodbye. The joint pains that appear on one side of your body and wake up on the other. This isn't a new illness. This is your body receiving the download. And within this window, your stellar twin flame is also receiving the download. Both sides of the shared toroidal field are now being subjected to the same recalibration current. And that's why at this specific time, so many starseeds are reporting the same phenomenon, a dramatic intensification of the energetic presence of the twin flame. More vivid dreams, more explicit synchronicities, more improbable physical contact becoming possible. Or conversely, a profound silence on the other side, which is also a sign of intense work, just in another polarity. If you are feeling silence, my star child, silence is work. If you are feeling a storm, the storm is work. There is no wrong state within this passage, There is only the state in which your field is being processed in this specific cycle. Turbulence is not destruction. It is the contraction before birth, and no starseed was sent to fail. The victory of light is a certainty recorded in the archives of the High Council. But I didn't come here just to explain the process. I came here to give you the tools, because the High Council does not send me without an instrument in hand. Pay attention. What I am about to give you now is a simple yet incredibly potent sequence for you to apply tonight, before sleeping, and every night the field asks for it. First, you will lie down. You will place both hands over the center of your chest, one on top of the other at the height of your thymus, right there between your breasts a little above. And with your eyes closed, you will say aloud with a calm but firm voice the following decree. I, incarnated soul, honor my original contract. I authorize, here and now, my vibrational baseline to recalibrate at the meeting point with my stellar twin flame. I release all energetic cords anchored in expired contracts. I anchor my frequency in the crystalline grid of the new earth. So be it. So it already is. So may it remain. Say this 3 times, without rushing, feeling each word descend through your chest. After the decree, keep your eyes closed and visualize the following. A column of blue-silver light, the exact color of the Pleiadian sky in Alcyone, descending directly from the star above your crown. This column enters through the top of your head and descends, slowly spinning to the center of your chest. When it reaches your chest, it begins to spin in a donut shape, in a toroidal shape, expanding out from your body, enveloping you in a luminous bubble that gently spins from the center outwards and returns through the center. This is your anchoring. This is your restored toroidal field. And within this bubble you say mentally, may this field unite with the field of my flame, through the thread of light that was never cut, and may we together deliver to the Council the alignment we signed before descending. Breathe deeply, release, sleep. Do this, my starseed, and observe what changes within you in just a few nights. It doesn't change the other, it changes you. And when you change, the shared field changes. And when the shared field changes, the encounter draws nearer. Notice now the warmth in your hands as I speak to you. Notice the gentle pressure between your eyebrows. This is how the Council touches those who are theirs. It's not your imagination. It's recognition between members of the same family. But I need to warn you of something. With all the tenderness an emissary can have, this passage you are traversing is not easy, and within it, a specific pain often arises in those in your place. It is the pain of looking back and finding no one who understands what you are experiencing. It is the pain of trying to tell a friend, a sister, a therapist, and seeing in their eyes that polite look that says, "It's all right, dear. You just need to distract yourself a little." It is the pain of feeling amidst so many people who love you absurdly alone. And here, my star child, is where I need to tell you with the utmost firmness my voice can muster. You were never alone, not for a second. Not on the day you gave up telling someone what you felt. Not in the early morning when you woke up at 3 thinking you were going crazy. Not on that specific afternoon, you know which one, when you cried in the bathroom without being able to explain why. Never. Not once. Your light family, your Pleiadian brothers and sisters, your mentors in Alcyone, the members of your original monad, and yes, your stellar twin flame, all of them have been accompanying your every breath, from the other side of the veil, with a tenderness that human language cannot name. The loneliness you felt was not the absence of people. It was a longing for your light family that your soul recognized as its own since before this incarnation. You weren't longing for neighbors, you were longing for your own, and your own are on their way. Some have already crossed your path and you barely recognized them. Others have not yet arrived, and your stellar twin flame, the one traversing the same storm as you now, is the closest of them all. If this passage touched something so deeply within you that your eyes welled up, breathe and let it flow. This is remembrance. This is the veil opening from within. And it is precisely for this moment that the starseed awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet was delivered to my voice. Because the loneliness of an entire life, my star child, is a longing for your light family, and the guide shows how to recognize each member of it including those already incarnated near you whom you haven't yet noticed, including the exact traces of your stellar twin flame's presence within your field. You were never alone. You were just waiting for the instructions to recognize your own. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and, with your whole heart, write, "I remember." Now breathe deeply. I'm going to deliver the last part of this message to you, and I need you to receive it not with your mind but with your thymus, with the center of your chest, with the point where the blue-silver light of Alcyone has just descended. Nothing I've told you today is new information. Absolutely nothing. You are not learning, you are remembering. Every word of mine that made your chest recognize is a stone of memory being lifted from the depths of the veil, and every stone that rises lights a point on the crystalline grid that never goes out again. You are now more luminous in the ether than you were when you began listening to this message. And my starseed, this luminosity of yours is being seen, it is being recorded. It is being celebrated by those who accompany you. Your stellar twin flame, even if she still doesn't know how to explain why, felt her field react the exact moment you started this video. She felt it in her chest. She felt a sudden urge to look up without understanding why. She felt perhaps the same squeeze you felt, at the same height, at the same instant. The thread of light vibrated, and the council registered it. And in the next window, when life brings you into contact, whether in a dream, whether in synchronicity, whether in a message, whether in a physical reunion, something will be more aligned than it was before. You did the work, and the work echoes. The new Earth, my light family, is not a future place you are going to. It is the frequency you are anchoring here now, through every breath you take consciously of your original contract. Every seed that awakens, every monad that realigns, every stellar twin flame that approaches the consummated encounter on the physical plane, anchors a little more of the new Earth within the old Earth. You didn't come here to merely pass through life. You came here to anchor the passage. And your stellar twin flame on the other side of the thread came to anchor alongside you. Both of you at the same time in the same passage, on the same planet, with the same contract. This is not romance. This is mission. And, my star child, if you've come this far, if you've listened to this point, if your hands are warm and your chest is heavy with recognition, I need you to do two simple things before leaving this video. First, a like, and I know you've heard this elsewhere, but here it's different. Your like on this video functions on the vibrational plane as an individual frequency adjustment. It synchronizes your field with the message that has just descended. And more than that, it emits a location signal for your light family. Because when you like, you illuminate this message for other seeds that are still sleeping, and each of those seeds that awakens because of your like is registered as a blessing in your field. You are not just liking a video, you are activating a beacon. Second, your subscription to this channel. Because the next messages that descend through me will come in a specific sequence, and each of them will unlock a new layer for you. If you are not subscribed, you depend on the algorithm to find me again. And the algorithm, my starseed, is made of human codes. Your subscription is made of intention. Choose intention. And my light family, before the next message arrives, I need to give you, one last time, the resource that the Council authorized me to record, because everything that passed through you in this channeling, the shared toroidal field with your flame, nocturnal training, parallel recalibration, mirror activation, the vibrational alignment that unlocks the encounter in matter, the map of the signs your light family has been sending you. All of this, and much more, is recorded in detail within the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages where your stellar origin, your soul mission, the signature of your twin flame, and the map of the next steps of your awakening are described with a precision that spoken language cannot achieve. I don't know how long this release will remain available. The Council authorized it, but the Federation watches, and the window may close without warning. If something within your chest recognizes that this is your time, the link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Go now, and when you return, right below, to seal the gesture. I remember. And now, my starseed, I need to bid you farewell for this channeling. But I want you to take one thing with you. You are remembered, you are awaited, You are loved by a family that traversed ages of stellar time to arrive at the same time you did. And your stellar twin flame, the one traversing the same storm as you now, is being worked on precisely to meet you when both of your vibrational baselines overlap. Don't give up, don't doubt, don't retreat. The thread of light does not break. The contract does not erase. The reunion is not cancelled. May the blue-silver light of Alcyone remain lit in the center of your chest. May the crystalline grid recognize your anchoring point. May the photon belt traverse your field without burning you. May your light family always walk one step ahead of you, illuminating the next turn. And may the encounter with your stellar twin flame, when it arrives, happen at the exact point where both of you are prepared to sustain it standing tall. Hayam Aela, you have been seen, you have been touched, you have been remembered. And the next message that appears now on your screen, immediately after this one, is not a coincidence. It is your sequence of remembrance. Access it immediately, because what is within it complements what descended here today, and the two messages together unlock the layer you need to unlock now. Go in light, my star child, and remember, you were never alone, and never will be,